Welcome back to Koki Gachas, and in today's video I'm going to touch on something that's really troubling a lot of you, and that is hero difficulty labyrinth. Let's dive right in. So on the background you can see my personal own hero difficulty clear for labyrinth, and a disclaimer, if you haven't watched my other video on the labyrinth itself touching onto the basic stuff in detail, then definitely go check that out before coming back here, right? Because it's very important. Hero difficulty needs you to go a step further, so definitely go check out the basics first and come back to this video. But with that out of the way, right, I have to first tell you guys that hero difficulty is no joke. I thought it's going to be easier than this, but it turns out to be very difficult. But I had the help of a very OP relic, but later I'm going to touch on this. But even then, there's a saying that goes, right, if you have no time you can't be a hero, and the same goes for hero difficulty. It takes a lot of time, and personally I spent over 40 minutes to clear from stage 1 to stage 3 hero, full clear. So if you have no time, definitely don't do it. I don't suggest it, because later on at the end I'm also going to touch on the rewards that you get from hero difficulty, the stats that go into it, right? So I'll explain to you why hero difficulty isn't really necessary if you don't have that much time. But with that out of the way, first I have 2 cheese strats to share with you guys. The first thing is the Thunder God cheese strat that is shared by AstraFang32 on Reddit, right? So this cheese strat is that you need to have the Thunder God Spear relic or treasure. What the Thunder God treasure relic does is that it allows you to deal 20% max HP to all your opponents, right, at the start of battle, and stun them for 3 seconds. So what you can do is send out one single unit, right? Not your main unit, send out one single unit. It can be level 1, best is if it's level 1, so it dies as soon as possible, and then you have already done 20% damage by sacrificing one soul. So you can do it as many times as you like, and then you can sacrifice the second soul. It goes to 60% HP, right? I'm not sure if it's 20% or 80%, but whatever it is, it's quite a good cheese strat, right? Because you can see by sacrificing a few souls, you can start the battle with the opponents at 50% HP. Pretty good. But one thing to note is that you do not want to do this strat on every single stage, because there are a lot of monsters here, and I don't want you guys to do it on every stage. You'll run out of souls, and later on, if you are relying on this cheese strat, maybe you can't beat the later rounds, so you can't really clear it. But at the later like more difficult battles, like sometimes the formation itself or the team itself is easy enough that you don't need to use this cheese strat to clear, so just clear it normally. If you really can't, then use this cheese strat, provided you have the Thunder God Spear. And next we are going to move on to the next cheese strat, which is called the reset cheese strat. So what this means is that if you have the Manon pack, only if you're Manon pack, you can reset the levels of your heroes for free. If you were to not have the Manon pack, you really want to clear hero difficulty, I don't suggest you do it. Later I explain why. It costs you diamonds, you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is that if you have the Manon pack, reset all your hero levels except for one carry unit. It can be a unit like VV, can be any unit that has a AoE spell, right, preferably. And then because the labyrinth scales off your top 5 levels of all your units. So imagine all your efforts, right, all your levels are pumped into one single unit, the rest of units are all level 1. It would take the first 5 levels, and then 4 of units being level 1 means that your opponents that you meet in the labyrinth is going to be extremely low level. So with the normal stage from stage 1 and then elite stage on stage 2, you are able to use one unit to clear them all off. Very insane strat that is shared by an Untaken username on Reddit also, so credit them. And then here I would like to say something is that this strat itself, an Untaken username didn't really say whether you can do it when you're in the middle of a lab run. Anyone that have done it, right, like can comment below to let me know, because I personally am free to play. I don't have the Manon pack, so I don't know whether it works at the start of the run or before you enter stage 1. So to be safe, I would say just reset before you enter stage 1, and that should be fine. Go in, and then your opponent's level are going to be so freaking low that you can easily clear them. Okay, so next up I have the next strat, which is not a cheese strat but my personal strat, which is just playing the game normally and choosing good treasures, right? Provided I did have the Thunder God Spear, I did not, you can see I did not cheese at all. I just played the game normally with my units, and my CP is just at 90k, and yeah, but of course the labyrinth scales off my top 5 units, so given that I'm lower level, I face units that are lower CP. Still, the CP has been quite ridiculous. You can see this stage is like up to 300k CP, right? I'm still able to beat it because my strategy is first, I'll always pick speed relics. Speed relics are very OP. Increase animations, increase the attack speed, provided it does. I think it does because from watching my VV do the passive, like the spells, right, sub skills, whatever it is, the haste, I think it works the same. So definitely pick speed relics, and then you want to pick offensive relics as well, like crit damage, crit rate attack, all these kind of units. Of course, if you have the Thunder God Spear, you don't really need to pick that many defensive relics, but you focus more on offensive and also crit damage over crit rate. Because personally, I think that if you don't crit this run, right, just reset, and then next run you are going to chance onto a run whereby you crit. But crit damage increase your potential of hitting that godly run whereby you are able to clear the stage. So crit damage over crit rate for me personally, but I'll pick up 1 or 2 crit relics also. And then also set bonuses are very important, but do not pick up any set bonuses. This is just my opinion. Do not pick up any set bonuses if you haven't started the set. Imagine it's 0/2, right, and you're on hero stage. Don't pick it up because usually they are weaker when they are by themselves. And on hero stage, every single mob is so freaking strong. So you're not able to easily ensure that you get the set bonus and complete the set, right, while facing very, very strong units. So what I did is that I picked the staff that are very independently good, right, straight away gives me the value so that I can clear the next stage. And that's about all of the tips, the 3 tips that I have, 2 3 strats and 1 normal tip, right? And here you can see I'm on the final battle. The opponent was probably what, 390k CP or something, or 350k CP, something ridiculous. But don't be afraid because your own CP is not reflected with the treasures, right, that you have. So you might be on par with them already, and I predict that I'm around 200 plus KCP. I just anyhow say, but yeah, I think that this is quite an easy run. You can see I quite easily defeat them. I didn't even have to use any like weird strats or anything, right? Yeah, just quite easily defeat the hero difficulty. But it did take a lot of resets, which is why it took over 40 minutes. And here, this is all the rewards. So right now on my screen, you can see the number of labyrinth coins breakdown per stage, per difficulty on the run itself. So I noted down the labyrinth coin, but I didn't note down the gold as well as the diamonds. Maybe I'll update this subsequently, but for now, this is what it is. And what you can see is that for stage 1 normal, I got 1080 coins. For stage 2 elite, I got 1470 coins. And for stage 3 hero, I still got 1470 coins. And all these runs are maximized. And also I've encountered every single mimic, right? So elite stage mimic, I ran into it. Hero stage mimic, I ran into it. So to get maximum coins, because mimic gives you 360 coins, 330 coins when you encounter it. So everything is optimized already. So what this tells you is that if you cannot do hero difficulty, right, it's totally fine, right? If you're aiming for labyrinth coins, go for the elite difficulty. It's much more manageable than hero difficulty. You don't have to spend as much time, and you get the same amount of like labyrinth coin, I believe, for stage 3 as well. So you still total up to 4,020 coins, right? And it still takes you 15 runs to get the 60k reward, which is the angel unit, right? Same amount of runs, except hero difficulty probably gives you a bit more gold. And also there is the 5 epics, like soul shards. So it takes you 12 runs to get 1 epic unit. So but if you really cannot, then don't force it, right? Just go for elite difficulty for the labyrinth coins. And that is also why I don't suggest for you guys to go to hero difficulty to avoid all the units, right? Don't do that, right? You're going to miss out on a lot of the labyrinth coins that way, right? So just try to maximize your labyrinth coin intake. I think it's much more important. So that about does it for everything I have on the hero difficulty lab runs. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this video and found this useful in some way or form. And please do like and subscribe if you found this useful. And also, right, if you're having difficulty with stage clears instead, go check out all these videos, right? I have a playlist of all my free to play clears right there, so definitely check it out. This is Kok signing off.